We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are
Watching. Party but not nutty.
Okay. All right. Well, good morning, folks. This is Greg. I'm Tedsallis in the app. With me, as always, is the lovely and talented Padme1138. How you doing?
Hi.
Hey. And our guest this week is our friend ObdaOG.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Hey, happy birthday, by the way, ObdaOG. How old did you turn yesterday?
Thank you.
Huh?
29.
29. I'll
What?
trade.
Is that a real age?
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good age. I could do all kinds of shit when I was 29.
Wow.
Cock push-ups. All kinds of stuff when I was 29 years old. Like,
29.
yeah, I know. It was good times. Wow. I mean, we hadn't even met when I was 29. Had we?
I don't know. What year was that?
Jesus fuck, I don't know.
Too much math.
Too much math for me, man. I can't. Ooh, no, it's a lot. So we're off and running with tangents right from the get-go this morning. Folks, we hope you have had an enjoyable week in the apps. It's been very strange overall. A lot of stuff going on in other apps, less in Star Wars. It seemed like until we started looking at the list, there was some stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the Garbage Pail Kids Wax IO world of blockchain digital collectibles. John, do you have any involvement in that at all?
The only involvement I had was my interest in the saga of Dan Anderson's gold eBay sale.
Which finally ended. I didn't hear exactly what it was he sold it for.
Yeah, I didn't hear the number, but I know
He
it's
didn't
gone,
say the
so.
number. I expect it was probably not a very exciting number compared to the numbers he had on his first auctions from the deadbeats. But apparently he just divested when he sent the guy, he did eventually sell it, and the guy that bought it, he just gave all of his shit to, just because he had opened one pack and one jumbo. So he just cleared the decks of his investment. I think he still made a great return. I hope he got at least 500 for all that. But
I would hope so.
He didn't volunteer the number, and I wasn't going to pry because I think he was just sick of it at that point. So mission accomplished, asshole that wouldn't pay. You wore the guy down, and somebody else got the deal. So, oh, that cat. Oh, that loft cat. Cecil, don't make me come over there. Okay, so in the other world of Garbage Pail Kids, they have announced a Series 2 is going to be coming very soon. They haven't said when. It's kind of disappointing because it's there was a recent physical set that came out. It's one of those Tops on Demand sets that they do where basically they take orders for a certain amount of time. However many orders get placed, that's how many they print, and they ship them out, and that's it. Small set, and it was based on the popular for 5 seconds franchise Tiger King from Netflix with the Joe Exotic and all that fucking bullshit. With a bunch of meth heads and hillbillies with no teeth and shit like that. That's what Series 2 is going to be. And it's a very small set. There are A and B versions.
In other words, Central Florida.
Yeah, Central Florida, basically. Rest in peace, Central Florida. But so that's coming soon. I'm not excited. The few people I know that have, like Matt said, it might be worth a quick flip. It might be worth spending a little and just flip them as quick as possible. I may sit that one out just because I don't think much of the franchise. I'm not interested. I don't want to spend money on something that I don't give a fuck about, right? So, but another property that is coming into Wax IO is William Shatner memorabilia, and it's
God.
Yes, no, I mean I'm actually excited about this because William Shatner he's kind of a kooky guy. And he's, done some weird shit, and he's got a lot of really strange stuff, that he's gathered over the years. And so this is going to be it's a card product, and it's going to be numbered. Basically, one of the things that they dug into on the Garbage Pail Kids first release was, after the fact, it was possible to tell which one was minted first, which one was minted second, which one was minted third, as they popped out of packs. And basically, each one was individually numbered in that way. These will come out that way, and there'll be a number of, and they're limited edition as well. There'll be some that are 50 count. And there may be even shorter than that. There's probably going to be 1 counts. They also mentioned a gold on that as well. So there'll probably be a gold giveaway off the first day or whatever. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But it looks more interesting to me than fucking Tiger King. I could give a shit about that.
So I saw something, and going on that, the metadata contains in the order of which the cards were pulled.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something like one of the number ones sold for like $2,200.
Yeah, and that was a base card. that was a Nasty Nick base card, which is like the vampire looking one, and it's a popular
I hope
card.
you didn't accidentally sell any number ones, Greg.
Yeah, I don't know, because I sold a Nasty Nick, and I think I got about $25 for it. And I'd feel pretty sick if it was that number one. I don't think so, because I bought all my stuff, and then I went in and because I don't have any. My lowest numbers are like number 10s, and those are for sketches. So if I was that far back on my sketches, I really don't feel like I was in contention for any number ones. But who knows? And if I sold it for $25 and blew it like that, such is life. So that was pretty much it for the Wax IO. The other big one is going to be the I think it's Top Shots NBA, but that's on a different blockchain, and they're starting to do kind of a beta on their app with the game. So I'm on the waiting list on that one, waiting to see how that goes. I hear it's already actually going. So I'm hoping to get in there and see what that looks like. That'll be a popular one as well, depending on how it is. If they release it like a card product, like they've been doing with GPK, it could be pretty cool. So we'll see. I don't know anything about basketball, and I don't care about basketball at all. I hate the squeaking of the shoes on the floor. It's a big thing with me. But because of that, if anybody was going to get like the best basketball cards, it would be some dumb shit like me that doesn't know or care anything about basketball, because that's how that shit works. So we'll see how that goes.
Honestly, if basketball's the only sport that ends up coming back, I'll start watching.
Not me. Not me.
I've watched soccer. That's how desperate I am for sports.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well,
it's that bad.
You and Hazmat Zeke
Well,
can
don't they show old sports on like the sports channels, don't they? Like, actually, what do they show on ESPN all day?
I don't know.
People talking about when sports are going to come back.
Or Magic the Gathering tournaments. I know that they started running those again. They did.
Wow.
It's
esports.
They started doing a lot of those like historical games, but I think they're kind of running out of the good ones, at least.
Huh.
Well, they should show the Jaguars. We ran out of good stuff to show.
We're going to show all the Jaguars games. Enjoy.
Look how happy the fans look at the beginning of the season.
Wow, look at them.
All over the finish line at the end of the year. All their hopes and dreams have been shattered, folks. Tune in next week.
It sounds like the Ravens in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least you get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs? All right.
Sports.
Yeah, sports. Da-da-da-da. Well, speaking of sports, hey, nice segue, Greg. Good job. But apparently stuff is going on. They've announced the baseball season is going to start now.
So, yes. So, I want to say spring training starts, I think, July 1st. But then
say it if you want to.
Yeah. But then they're planning on their regular season starting, I want to say the 23rd. Then it'll be a 60-game season, so shorter than the players we're hoping for. But that'll mean the playoffs will start at about the time they normally do. So they've started. So with that, Bunt has actually started some like beta testing of contests. So they're doing those. I was horrible in the one that I did. I guessed wrong as far as players. I guess they're doing them. I'm not sure if they're doing them either on like simulated games or historical games, but no one really knows. So we're just kind of putting random players in and hoping that they do good.
Well, they've been putting out, cards with scoring boosts all along in all the insert sets. So I guess some of those with the higher boosts will be, a little more in demand going into that. I've never done anything good with baseball at all. I'm actually like, I was actually kind of like to the push away from bunt point already. And now that the games are starting, I hate it.
Especially with the way they've gone with not releasing very limited content. I've been pretty much the same way.
Yeah,
I've chased the set
down
here
to
and there,
odds and
but
expense.
bunt.
Only thing is keeping counts down on anything has been odds and expense.
Exactly. And so they did just release Bowman base, which is always pretty, popular. It's not high end, but it's a decent cross trade opportunity if you get in there.
I did a little bit of cross trading with bunt, with that in the name stuff. I actually had some of that, and then the rookies that that one rookies with the motion cards.
Yeah.
Retro rookies or some shit like that. It's been going on forever. It's kind of like that essential set in Marvel where it just keeps coming in waves and waves and waves and waves over and over again. I think it's like Series 9 or some shit by now. They've been going on forever. But I used some of that for cross trading this week in Marvel. But we'll get to that later. A little foreshadowing. So anything else going on in bunt?
No, not really. I mean, so just I think a lot of the contests, especially in the beginning, are going to be mostly messed up because of tops. But, we are going to have a season. There is going to be some more engagement in the app.
So you say they already had content. So did it work right? I mean, because this is really the first of the sports builds we've seen on the Marvel build, and that was really kind of
as far as we can tell, yes. But from what I've seen, we don't know what game they used to simulate. We don't know kind of how they ran the contest. But as far as I can tell, there were no bugs or anything that really, hindered the contest.
No hue and cry of outrage.
There might have been. I didn't really pay attention.
There might have been a bunch of crybabies. I don't give a fuck. Cry more. Yeah. Baseball guys. So, so I guess that wraps up bunt. We'll be looking forward to, I assume now the arms race will really begin in earnest in terms of the boosts. They'll be starting to put out base variants with the boosts because that's kind of a mainstay of the sports app. So we'll see how that goes. And they will run, if it's a short season, they will run up those things up fast. The stuff that in the season.
I honestly don't know if there's going to be a huge push for boosts like there has been in years past. Tops may release them, but especially as far as, I think a lot of players know, Tops is going to run up that ladder fast. We're usually at 15x by the playoffs.
Ready to bank on people's desperation for sports. If this is going to be one of the only professional sports starting back up, assuming that happens, they have big plans for July 1st, but things can devolve very quickly. Ask the governor of fucking Florida about that, idiot. So we'll see. And a lot of those guys going to spring training, guess where? Tampa, Florida.
Yep. So a lot of them are doing spring training in their home cities just to avoid travel and mostly to not go to Florida.
Yeah, that's a wise choice to not go to Florida. I'm on basically on the hit list for the Florida tourism board right now. Don't come here. Come see the skeletons. Yes. Okay. So moving into the magical world of Disney Collect, I actually did a set last week. I don't remember what it was I was doing last week, but I saw in the HI group, oh shit, there's a set for Greg. There's a set for Greg. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And it was Phineas and Ferb, 104 Days of Summer.
Oh, I did that.
Did you do that one?
Yeah,
Isn't
I
it
actually
cute?
did that. Yeah.
It was gorgeous. And it's got, they got them with surfboards and stuff. And that's just right up my alley. And I love Phineas and Ferb. But it was one of those box releases that has like a bunch of different levels. So they have got a base card, and then they've, basic version of a card, and then a motion version of a card and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
So I did the whole thing. I think I made 1 or 2 trades to finish the set. I just went ham on packs because I always have so much coins saved up there. And I just bought shitloads and made 1 or 2 trades, and I was done.
Yeah. There was a motion Perry the Platypus too.
Oh,
in
yeah.
one of the disguises
a whole
set.
set of motion cards. I got the whole shebang.
Oh, okay. Because there was a separate set. It was like disguises, characters in disguise or something.
I don't know about that one. Was that wasn't in 104 days?
No, it was later. I think it was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But there was a Perry in there. That's
The beauty of Disney is that the
tilt.
shit sits there for like weeks at a time. There's all the time in the world to complete a set. The only problem is sometimes things slow down. After that first day of hot trading, it slows down a lot. But we'll see. I'll take a look at it, and I may collect it. Maybe while Crystal's telling us about keeping it weekly, I'll open packs and complete the whole set. That's how I do. So, do you do anything in Disney, John?
When I remember to open it, I'll occasionally pull packs for like kind of the older stuff that I like.
Them old,
but I almost never remember to open it.
They haven't done anything like like a black hole or 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea thing in quite a while. So we'll see. Maybe they'll pull Davy Crockett out of their bag of tricks here.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I know, and I don't like Davy Crockett. I brought it up. It had a great theme song, and I'll sing it right now.
No.
No, okay. All right. Crystal said no.
No.
So into the magical world of Marvel Collect. Now, we actually had quite a bit of activity in Marvel Collect. For whatever reason, Crystal did a set in...
I did 2.
2 sets?
What?
Oh my gosh. What did you do? Tell us all about it.
I did the flexions.
Flexions?
Just because I had like over 1 million in coins, so I was like, nah.
How in the hell can anybody have coins in that app? I don't understand it. Because you just save it all the time.
When you forget to open the app?
Yeah, I mean, like I never do. I
Yeah.
do it once a day. I get my, measly 7,000 or something like that. I usually start a craft or, a meld or whatever the fuck they call it there. And I don't look at it again.
Yeah.
So you're a millionaire.
Yeah. So I did the flexions, just the blue, although I got some of the golds. And I contemplated just keeping pulling just to like get rid of all my coins, but I didn't.
Well, that was smart.
Yeah. And then I saw they had some kind of Journey to the Apocalypse set. And I'm like, oh, that sounds about right.
Relevant.
Right. So, I was like, oh, I'll do that.
Here in Florida, we just walk outside.
Journey to the Apocalypse. Okay.
Cool.
So I did that, and I pulled a whole bunch of those and did the base color. I'm about halfway there on the yellow, I think, but I don't think I'm gonna do more of them because I only have like 600,000 left. So
now we'll save it. There may be something coming. You never know.
So the question is, which of the reflections on Marvel is the equivalent to that fucking Django?
Oh, that's a good question.
oh god,
There's some real dogs.
There's some really shit ones.
Yeah, there's some that's like,
geez.
the one with Spider-Man and then his reflection is some old dude. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that one. That was strange. They don't do an awful lot really with the reflections. It's not like Christian Wagner's artwork. Their idea of something being reflected in some of the cases is pretty it's a stretch, I would say.
So I'm guessing they're just trying to reuse the names of Star Wars sets in Marvel.
Yeah, and get everybody really excited, just like Essentials.
Well, obviously, the best one is the one with Thor in it. That's a given.
Oh,
So,
okay.
That's the best
Well,
one.
that is a cool one, though. Because
Yeah.
it actually has reflections
Yes.
in it.
That's the best one.
I actually like that one with the Alpha Flight.
That's cool.
That's a really cool one because it's like
got Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's like a horizon shot, and they're walking, and it's like a shiny, glass floor, totally impractical. Everybody falls, but their reflections are on the floor as well. So it's really
cool.
Pretty good design.
This thing with the is that Venom?
Yeah, that's just gross.
Yeah, that's fucking Django. That's the Django.
No, but that's probably the most popular one because everybody
Venom,
Venom, splooch. That's what they do when they see Venom and Carnage, or whatever, and Wolverine. So,
really?
Yeah. Oh, Wolverine! Oh. Can't see my legs shaking down under the desk.
Yeah.
They like those symbiotes over there, and Wolverine. They really dig him too. So they have a type. Well, I did a set over there. It dropped it early in the week, and it was called Canvas. And I really liked the artwork. It was all the same artist. It was a really unified looking set. The style of it was really nice, pretty classy kind of thing. And I dug that. And then a bunch of people were bitching because a lot of them were related to Black Panther. They had like Black Panther fighting this guy, and then Shuri, and then, stuff like that. And everyone's like, why are so many of these Black Panther? Why are so many of these Black Panther? And I pointed out that actually the number 2 export of from Wakanda is actually canvas. Very big into textiles there. So that's why. Dun, 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 dun. So there you go. That was my Wakanda canvas joke. But it was a cool set, and I was able to cross trade for the entire thing. I tried to pull a little, but I wasn't going to spend because the odds were pretty long. I think they're 1 in 50. I want to say.
Oof.
In coin packs, it was rough sledding to pull. And so I never have any coins. So I started looking in the feed, and there was guys like, trading these for bunt, looking for in the names, blah, blah, blah. And all stuff that I'd been, pulling earlier in the week. So I, just started hitting every one of the cross traders. And then there was a guy that was doing WCW, not WCW, Slam WWE, which I had actually gotten 2 of the VIP cards earlier in the week as well. Actually, it might have been earlier in the day. I mean, like timely, but so that had just come out, so I was able to trade a couple of the VIP on Slam for 2 of the canvases, one of which was the Wolverine. That was the one that nobody would let go of because Wolverine, they love him so much. So
that's old now.
I know, I wore it out. I did it.
Yeah.
I need a nap, and then I'll be able to do it again. So I killed John. John's dead now. So that happened. And
even FaceTiming with Florida has infected me.
Yeah.
Yes. He's coughing up the Rona. So yeah. So I did that set. Basically all the cross traders, for whatever reason, because they're not Marvel guys, they don't care about it. They were all pulling the Wolverine. So after I had accumulated, I actually went over because I think there's 8 in the set. I ended up with 9. Of those 9, I had 5 with no dupes, and the rest of them were all Wolverines. So it was like the easiest trading to fish. So I was like, dupes for needs. All my dupes are Wolverine. Come and get them. Boom. They just came, and I finished the set like that. So
nice.
That's a nice looking set. So I'll be coasting into award. I haven't looked at the counts on them. People were pissed about how much Black Panther is in it, but too bad for you. I thought it was a nice looking set. So that was kind of fun. Now, John, you've been doing a lot in Neon Mob of late.
Yeah, I've been chasing a lot of stuff. I did the pro subscription, $10 a month, and honestly, it's totally worth it. Between all the sets I've been able to complete, I mean, I took probably a 2-month break or so, and I'm pretty much caught up through all the sets that I missed. And the only downside of the pro is that I'm, completing sets faster than they can release them.
So now you're like dying for content.
Yes, no. Well, I'm dying for content that I like.
I have
But-
that problem fairly routinely. I'll run out sets, and I'm still pulling a girl, the Juby set, which I completed probably a month ago.
Yeah, I have one chase left on Metal Life.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
that's a bitch. I stopped pulling it as soon as I finished it. That's how pissed off I was at it because it took.
Oh, the
so
second I
long.
pull one more chase, I'm done.
That's where I am with Monkey Set. I need one. If I can just pull one more chase, I could trade for the last chase that I need.
Check me because I have a ton of dupes of Monkey Set.
I need to look at you and see if I can just have one chase. Literally, then I can swap around and finish it. Every day, I'm like, is this the day I'm going to finally pull a chase and be done with this dang thing?
I've been telling myself that for Metal Life for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, that one's a monster. I really will take a much closer look at sets. I try. That one was nerve-wracking for me because it was an LE, and I didn't know was it going to sell out before I had pulled enough to trade in and finish the set. And when I finally did it, I was just kind of like, oh man, that one.
Yeah, if it does sell out, I'm sitting on 2-point-something million carats. So
I hope that guy will. Well, I'm up over 500K right now in carats. I've been mulching a lot of stuff. I mulched all my dupes in Metal Life. The Mythka set, I recently just mulched all my dupes in that one.
I haven't done any of that lately. Should probably do that.
Every once in a while,
the
I'll go on a tear. I'll just go on a tear and just go like, okay, mulch this shit, and just rip through, the whole set, all my dupes from that, except up to ultra rare and chase and variants. If I have,
well, sure. That's
those
not worth
around.
1,000 carats.
Right. Yeah, I figure they're worth more in trade. So I will just hang on to those. So they had I was talking about the set, I think last week, the Cyber Picks. Jared Scott.
Oh, the one that's a bunch of letters.
Yeah, and I called it the world's most secure password.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I finished that one.
You finished that one already. I'm pretty close. That one's nice because there's not a lot of chase or variance in it. That's one of those ones where the ultra rares are actually tougher than the variants in the chase.
Yeah, so I got really lucky with the extra rares. I got 2 of them in the free packs from the just like the redeemables from Neon Mob.
Right.
Then I finished the extra rares before I even finished either the blues or the purples.
Nice. That makes it easy when you do it like that, because I'm still pulling for the extra rares. I think the red ones, whatever that is.
I might have a dupe or 2 left. I don't know.
I'm not sweating it because it's not an LE set and it's pretty small. So, and I don't really. It's not like I'm killing myself. I can pull 3 sets in the morning and I'm done for the day. I really don't have to pull for anything else. So, and I finished that stupid the aircraft of World War I or whatever the fuck that one was.
Oh, that one, yeah.
I finished
It was
that
a cute little set. I liked
It
it.
was small. It's kind of janky. I didn't really care for the artwork that much, but I had started it, so I wanted to see it through. So I did.
It was no flight path, that's for sure.
No, flight paths, those are nice. I like those a lot. And people come after those for all the time, 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, I still pull dupes of that set every time I can.
I think I stopped pulling it because it was big and it was a monster and it had a bunch of variants and stuff like that. Those are really nice. I like all that's the Ray Lonsdale that does he does the Century Unlimited sets as well. I like his art style and what he does. It's like some kind of photo pastiche thing, but they look nice.
Yeah, no, I really like his stuff.
Yeah, good artist. So interesting photographical stuff that he does. I dig those a lot. So Terror cards this week finally finished the Scream Queens. The last one came out on Friday, and I did pretty well in my Pandora packs, and didn't pull a bunch of junk I didn't want. It seems like there's not as many sets cluttering shit up right now. So I was able to finish that one off pretty easily. So I'll be getting, I think, 2 sets of the regular color, probably 3 sets of the SIGs, and I still need to get a canvas to finish the second set of canvas, and I'll be finished with that one. You don't do tarot cards, do you, John?
I do. I have a little bit. I'm not super active there. I've been mostly hoarding coins lately. Kind of building myself up because October's coming up.
Yep, Halloween. That's Christmas and tarot cards.
Yep. So, just kind of collecting coins. I've got a couple million saved up.
That's solid. So that's pretty much done with now, and we'll be coasting into an award next week, probably around this time. And then they dropped a new set of decay base variants into the hunting grounds. I think that started either Sunday or Monday. I can't remember which. Pulling like a bastard, like I'm just playing every hour. Matt was having horrible luck. He was bitching all week because he couldn't.
Oh yeah, he went like what 70 packs without one.
It was like 0 for 70. He had 70 wins, never pulled one. It's supposed to be one in 10 odds. 10% chance. It's not like pack pulls where you're guaranteed. Oh, if you go through 9, and then on 10 you're guaranteed, like on packs. They don't do that in hunting grounds. Basically, everyone's a new shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get none for ages, and then all of a sudden, just boom, 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 3, 4 at a time.
Yeah, like 4 in a row. Yeah.
Weird how.
Well, you see, it's when you roll a 10-sided die.
Oh yeah.
No, Daddy,
tell us how odds work. Daddy, tell us the story of odds again. I love the one with the dice. So that's going on, and that'll run, I think, probably till Sunday or Monday, whenever it started. And everybody's now got to the point where they have dupes. I couldn't pull. There's one called Red Eye, which is the bad guy from one of the movies called, you guessed it, Red Eye. And I couldn't pull that one to save my life. But then Artanis 4 sent me one. He only had one, but he sent me his. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Here you go. And I was like, well, if I get one, I'll send one back. And then, of course, I immediately pulled one. So it was kind of like karma, just spreading through the universe and making everything better. So I sent him his thing back, plus a bunch. Actually, he was like 4 away from this wave set. Plus, he was missing some from the first wave, too, which I had tons of dupes of. So I like for his kindness of giving me, his sacrifice, he got back like 7 or 8 cards. So he'll finish the set and everything like that. So that was kind of cool. And that's kind of how things go in tarot cards.
Yeah, that's what's really great about tarot cards. There's a lot of really nice people there.
Yeah, very nice. Mario Charo sent me some as well to actually even my stacks out and stuff. So I think I'm still in position for 2 awards on this week's wave, and I'm not done pulling, so we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's tarot cards. They're just nice, just the scariest properties and the nicest people in town. I love them. All right, so I guess if there's nothing else in any of the other apps, it's time to go into Star Wars.
I realized a while back that long-term commitments just aren't my thing, man. 30 weeks, 3 waves to 10. I can't do it. It's too much. I got myself a brand new jam. I'll be keeping it weekly, baby. I'll be keeping it weekly. I'll be keeping it weekly, baby. I'll be keeping it weekly.
So, keeping it weekly.
Okay. All right. This is series 2 of Keeping It Weekly. Okay. Mind you. I just decided that.
Okay.
Randomly.
Doing it in waves.
Yes.
It's like solo.
Yeah. It never ends. Yeah.
Oh, took a shot at solo early. Whoa!
All right. So anyway, Sunday was Editor's Choice, Top's Choice. You know what I mean? And it was IG-11. It's his nurse droid.
Yeah, with the little baby Yoda on
little
his
baby
chest.
Yoda thing. So yeah, that was great.
It was adorable.
Adorable. That's pretty much one of the best ones. And then Gilded Galaxy for this week. At first, they showed it, and it was a classic Empire Strikes Back scene where Chewie is choking Lando.
They can still save Han.
You know.
He was trying to make him talk like Saw Gerrera.
Guess so. But But and then it's like, and it was funny because like we didn't talk about the card, but we both separately had the same reaction when we saw it. It was kind of like, ew, that might not be the best time to release that card. Maybe not.
Not a good time.
And I guess we weren't the only ones because they changed it.
And I didn't see a lot of hue and cry about it until they changed it.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, I guess we don't have any rights in America anymore. I guess we can't.
I was only doing you the Galaxy to get that card.
If I can't show black people, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, but anyway, so they changed it to 3PO and U3PO on Hoth.
Yeah, and 3PO's choking U3PO. I don't know. No,
that droid knows what he
There was no choking, but isn't that the droid that says Achuta?
No, that's the one on Cloud City.
Oh, okay. He's the one that's walking with him on in the corridor.
Yeah.
At the very, okay.
Yep.
And he goes the other way and has his own adventure.
Yes.
Which may have actually been better than the Star Wars we saw. Who knew?
Who knows what happened to him?
Blown out an airlock.
Yeah, probably. Probably got like destroyed by like the Imperials smashing into the base.
Yeah.
Like
he tried
right
to walk
behind the wall and then boom!
Right after 3PO and R2 crossed the hallway in front of all the blaster fire, he came through, but he didn't make it. They got him.
Oh,
adventure ends.
Cecil has some thoughts about it.
Apparently.
But Monday was Heroes and it was Yoda.
He's a hero.
Yep, he's a hero. And then Tuesday, Droids, it was FX7.
Okay.
Which was actually a droid you knew, so that was good.
That's nice.
Wednesday, Featured Creature with that salvage workbench nonsense. Which is anybody doing those colors this time? I don't know.
I'm not.
But it's
the pack art's a Voltex, so I'm gonna have to do that one.
Oh, really? So are you doing all the variants on those?
Well, no.
Wait, shit.
Award.
The award's not the Voltex, is it?
No, the award is a Wampa.
Oh, thank God. Nope, I'll just do all the colors of the Voltex when it comes out.
Oh, okay. If it comes out.
Yeah.
Or that may be Series 3.
Maybe it's like Wave or Series 3, like 6 months from now. But
or hopefully it's just a pack art insert and I can chase just one card.
Yeah, good luck with that. So that was Wednesday with the Minoc, and then our favorite, everybody's favorite, Fans Choice Tournament on Thursdays. And it was so riveting because, like, last week, we didn't know the results until Monday. We had to go all the way from Thursday to Monday to find out that the the newish Falcon and the Jedi Starfighter won. So, just I mean, it was really rough getting from Thursday to Monday, not knowing who won. It was really rough. So we're
actually how I sleep too, guys.
No, actually, it's much louder. It's much louder. Much more louder.
Could not be more bored with Fans Choice this time.
Yep, and this week, which we don't know who won. We still don't know who won.
The anticipation is killing me.
Or the Fireball.
Every single person I know tells me the same thing. I vote one on my main and one on my alt.
on the alt and cancel each other out.
Literally, it comes down to folks like Matt Jacobus who has no alt. How the fuck do you not have one alt? Are you kidding? Really?
I just don't remember to open mine and actually vote for Fans Choice. So
I tried to. I last time out, I did miss 1 week.
Me too.
I didn't give a fuck.
Right.
And because I did not get the award pack on that one. It's like, oh, I must have missed a week.
Yep.
Well, who gives a fuck?
Yep. So right now, we don't know. Was it Hans Speeder? Was it the Fireball? We don't know who won. We're gonna have to wait till Monday. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. And then even worse, did the Havoc Marauder win or did the TIE Interceptor win? I don't know.
I like the name Havoc Marauder.
I don't know. I mean,
that's a cool name.
It sounds like something that the Knights of Ren should have.
Well, the Fireball is just
it's too good looking to be the Knights of Ren. It'd be like a piece of shit.
Well, the Fireball reminds me of that Jerry Anderson show, when the Super Marionation. It was Fireball X5, I think. It was one of the early ones, still in black and white.
Okay,
that's a deep cut for you British kids out there. Hey, Merv Albon, I know you know what I'm talking about.
You are dating yourself there, dude. Stop. So we don't know who won Fans Choice this week. Tune in Monday, find out.
Oh my gosh, we'll have to do a special report.
I know, we'll have to have a special report. This just in.
This just in, 4 words. Fireball. And this other fucking one. Thanks for tuning in. 40-second podcast. Everyone will be like, oh shit, there's a new issue, a special report. Whoa, what the fuck? We should do that just as a joke. Nothing better to
Just
do.
have Biggs do it so everyone thinks it's a huge interview.
It would stretch it out to 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh,
and it would be
right?
And it would be great.
It'd have like full intro music and effects and sounds.
Yeah, for sure. And,
30 straight minutes of Biggs accent.
that reminds me, happy birthday,
Happy
Biggs.
birthday, Biggs, too.
It is.
He's probably 29 too. I don't know how old Biggs is.
Well, no, Biggs' birthday is actually today, but it's yesterday in New Zealand.
Correct. Yes.
Whatever. Y'all are still too young, motherfuckers. Damn. 29.
29. So good.
God.
So good. You
Damn.
can do so much.
Right?
So much.
29.
Mm.
Man. Anyway, Friday was Villains, and it was a snow trooper.
Oh.
Ooh.
Villainous.
He is so villainous.
I'm standing around here.
I troop around in the snow. I'm a villain.
Hey, I mean, he's pretty villainous. He probably fired the shot that killed that other
Kill that
3PO.
droid. There.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. And we're like half an hour away from concept, so who knows what it will be. It was a Senate building last week. Who knows?
Well, I like what they did with concept. Now we've had, and that's the week, right? Dun, dun,
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. The we were really happy about the way that Gilded Galaxy worked with the mission, but it became pretty clear fast that
Real
it
quick.
really is open to abuse. Of course, because we're perfectly innocent and good, we would never think of something like this.
I know. We're like, what are you talking about?
What's wrong with it? What are you talking about? But every other person's like, look, all you got to do is take all those cards, send them to your alt, and a bing, award, get your award from the mission, and then send it back. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh.
And if you've got more than one alt, send it to that one and that one. And so, yeah, the counts on those are absolutely off the charts. And they were 2,200 last time I checked.
Ugh,
Wow.
that's
It
ridiculous.
was a lot. I mean, it was really high, and it's probably gone higher since. And then Curside popped up in our Discord, and there were some suggestions about possible remedies to that, but I don't know. It's clear that it's something they didn't think through.
I'm just shocked.
You're
They
shocked. Tell me the count. Your
didn't-
fingers.
No. I hadn't got to it yet. I was just shocked that they didn't think something through.
Oh, okay. Tell me the count. Her fingers literally poised over a Gilded Galaxy. I'm like, just tell me what the count is. I want to know.
2611.
Ugh,
Oof.
that's ridiculous.
You look at the early Gilded Galaxies, and the counts were in the 200 and 300 range to where we are now. This is just, it's fucking pointless. It is literally not. Somebody asked in Reddit, what, are these even worth doing?
No,
And then
I would argue that they're not.
Qui-Gon's just kind of looking at you like,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, he does kind of look disappointed. Son, I am disappointed.
I am
Qui-Gon.
disappointed.
So,
That's what they should do. They should just have all the Gilded Galaxies be characters looking at you angrily.
yeah, looking at you like, you had to do it, huh?
I know what you did.
I mean, you know what you did.
You know what you
You
did.
know what you did. So,
Yeah.
John, what are you hoarding this time out?
I am not. I'm still not hoarding anything. I'm waiting on the inevitable Series 2 drop that may or may
Is
not
it
happen.
inevitable at this point? It seems like the disappointment
It seems pretty
is
inevitable at this
every
point.
week, because we've been waiting now. We thought it was going to be 2 weeks ago. Oh boy, everybody buckle up on Monday. Here it comes. Nope. Wednesday.
So-
nope.
So apparently there was some
Like,
issues.
are we
I
going to
guess
get
with like
coronavirus first, or are we going to get wave 2 first? I don't know.
I just wanted to make it through to see those Series 2 cards, and it
We're in
doesn't.
Florida. Who knows?
I guess I won't. Wolverine. I went right back to that. That was great.
Of course
So
you did.
yeah, I did. I had to. So well, I am hoarding, and it's going well. I would like to insert my Scruggle rant here, and this is my insert Scruggle, which is I get it, guys. New players, I get it. There's a lot of people that are offering uncommons from various sets for base. Crystal does it. Thank you very much, Enabler, for making my life a living hell. Because I'm literally I go out and I post. Here's what I'm doing. Here's a trade thing, and oh, by the way, I'm hoarding these, and I'll get 3 or 4 hoard offers right away. And most of them are legit, base for base. That's what I do, base for base. And I even say in my ad, no inserts for base. And then invariably I get somebody coming after something that has my bad fortune of being sorted into uncommon. That's some old shit that's not that low count. It's not this 40,000 count shit like like those sketches from the Macquarie's. What was that thing with the sketches they had recently? Stellar Sigs. Stellar Sigs.
That's it.
Lots of those are astronomical. There's a bunch of other sets the same way. Yeah, I would probably do that, but they never come after that. They come after some 2015 shit that's like 2,000, 3,000 count, like some grand old set, and it pisses me off to no end. And I have to keep saying, not doing inserts for base, not doing inserts for base, not doing inserts
There
for
should
base.
really just be an option where we can lock all 2015, 2016 cards. So
would-
no assholes can come take them.
I would love that, but it's really annoying, and it just makes hoarding harder. If I would waste like 50 digits just to explain which uncommons I would do. They never go after the ones that I would do. They always go after the ones that I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind for a fucking 9 white base. Kiss my ass. So
Yep.
that's
It's the same reason that I don't do take any common, leave a yellow TK. Because there's enough stuff in common that I don't want to trade for a yellow TK.
Yeah, like 100 count relics that I collected in 2016. Give me a fucking break. It's not my fault. Those are sorted so goddamn stupidly.
Yep.
But so anyways, aside from all that, here are my numbers. On BD1, I'm at 4,800 white, 1,300 blue, 800 red, 270 green, and 178 orange. So I'm pretty much done with all colors.
Not bad.
At this point, I'm not doing colors. I'm only doing white on BD now. Then on Jana, which I started a few days later, 3,600 white already, 997 blue, 475 red, 188 green, and 98 orange. So I'm really close to being done with all colors on those as well. And then it'll just be nothing but white for the foreseeable future. I do still take some trades, especially from friends, people like Darknado or people in our Discord. If they're sending them to me, I do the colors just to help them out. But I don't think they're going to do an awful lot with those. The way that everything's for everybody now, they're not going to get mean about monuments because they're pussy.
At this point, I'd honestly be shocked if there are monuments.
You're probably right.
As much as especially beyond, and as much as I love the base design, there's not really, the current design really isn't all that, monument friendly with just kind of how they've done them in the past. Unless they did die cut monuments.
Was that you that suggested the die cuts in that design?
It's always me that suggests the die cuts.
Yeah, it's a cool. It actually would be kind of cool because
if you cut out.
Yeah,
you cut out the star field,
and did that.
Then you cut out the little corners. Yeah, it would look great.
Yeah, it would look cool.
I really think that would look awesome. And then because I asked Brandon about it on Twitter. He's like, it would be great, but then the backs would be messed up because you couldn't read all the text.
But they would be replacing the text with names.
Yeah, that might work.
I still have to laugh at the people that are hoarding Ray, the people that are hoarding Child. There's like 4 or 5 characters that everybody is hoarding. It's ridiculous. There's going to be 270 fucking names on some of those. It's ridiculous. They're not going to be rare monuments at all. All these people think, I'm going to get my low count Ray out of this. No, you're not. It's going to be 50 count.
It's going to be 20-something count. Yeah.
I would be surprised if it was less than 50 at this point. It feels like every single person in the app is hoarding Ray. Or the Child. Those two specifically are the most popular hoards. Plus you have the difficulty, isn't there one of those missions around the Child?
Yeah, the Child.
Yep.
So you've got that squirreling away of that base as well. It's a pain.
Yeah, it's not.
I know people that are. I'm like, no. So you
No,
hoard
it's-
anything in your yard?
Not really. I tried to, but nobody's trading, so.
Well, just give them inserts
I
from
do.
2015, and
I
you'll
do.
get all you want.
Well, and I do it because I end up with too many of the uncommons of all these sets they've done
Yeah.
recently. So I'm like, I don't need freaking 20 comic covers.
No.
So, just here.
Ooh, comic covers. We'll get to that.
Yeah, ooh.
Big
there's
old
a little
day.
sneak there.
Well,
Speaking of that, Crystal, did you ever finish the Leia Rainbow?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And if they never do monuments, then she will have the rainbow. Because if she doesn't hoard it and they don't do monuments,
Actually, I never tracked down the one of those variants they did.
Oh, the hyperspace one.
Yeah.
The 50 count.
Yeah.
Uh,
50 count. Oh.
Yeah, I tried to ask for it, and then I just heard crickets, and I was just like, okay.
Hey, speaking of crickets,
Speaking of crickets,
here's some more stuff that we got really excited about on Discord and have heard crickets since. VIP program. We are coming up on July.
they're
and
waiting till they get away from the month when everybody spent all their money
You
on
think that'd be so
54321.
shitty? That would be so shitty. We spent so fucking much in 54321. That'd be asshole move. So they will do it. You already called it. Good job. Well done. You did it. And that's how that's going to go down. Haven't heard anything on that yet. Hopefully, in July, first week in July, it'd be very nice. They said, "Happy 4th of July, motherfuckers! Put a firecracker in your mouth, light it like a cigar, and get your VIP card." I don't know. I will work on that. Well, workshop that copy a little bit. Something with firecrackers. Maybe don't put them in your mouth. Would you blow your lips off and enjoy a VIP card courtesy of Topps Star Wars Card Trader? How about that?
Yeah,
It's not very good.
no.
All right.
I said, did they do anything for July 4th last year? Or was it just bundles? Because I know they did in like Series 4.
Series 4? They had the base variants.
Yeah, because I remember it being a pain in the ass to track down mine of that.
Yeah,
I
'cause there
think
was-
they only did the bundles last year.
Probably. And they may do the same.
Of
this
course,
time.
of course they'll do bundles.
No, sure.
Of course they'll do
The
bundles.
I call it the 4th of July fireworks fuck fest. I just remembered that. That's what I called it. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. See what they've got up their sleeves. Probably a firecracker, a Roman candle, or something like that coming at us for 4th of July. We still have not seen any other base 2 previews, which we bitched about earlier. The only one we've seen thus far was The Mandalorian, who made another appearance on Father's Day as a very, very hotly contended were people fucking pissed off about that perfect duo set. Holy shit.
I get why they were pissed off. I mean, that base pack was, what, 1 in 125 odds? Or no, it was 1 in 25, right?
In the coin pack for orange,
no, it's 1 to 100.
500 for an orange, and you could get any one of the meld characters in orange. It wasn't just the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it's like,
Darth
I've
Vader,
got
the
30 of
Dump
each
Bot
of
from
these.
Resistance.
Yeah. I had 30 of each of the others, and I needed the Mandalorian.
Right, that's what everybody needed. It was a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, them putting the Mandalorian in at the same odds as just the other kind of generic base was kind of shitty.
Straight bullshit. I mean, obviously, it kept the counts low. The orange, the meld before it ended came in under 1,000. So it's relative. I think it was 877 or something like that. I want to say. So not super, insanely rare, but pretty rare compared to how much everything else is these days. But people were really fucking pissed off about that orange. I finished the set early. I think I finished it on Sunday because I got lucky in a coin pack, a crystal pack actually, and got the orange, melded the whole set. And I said, "Hey, I'm trading the set for reflections." And everyone's like, "You're a fucking idiot. You can't trade those for. Nobody's going to give you a reflections for that bullshit. you fucking asshole. What the fuck are you thinking? I was just like, okay, watch me go. So I went straight to eBay. I sold the goddamn thing for $17 for the set. And guess what I fucking used the money for? I bought a Reflections.
Was it Django?
No, it was a fucking good one. It was Darth Vader. And I still had money left over. So kiss my ass, you can't get a fucking Reflections with that shit.
I saw a trade on the Facebook group. Some guy got a silver gilded for his orange.
I saw that. It wasn't a great silver gilded, but holy shit, it was.
Who cares? It's a fucking gilded.
Right. You'll be able to parlay that into something. But you know, the beauty of eBay is it extracts all their precious little emotions from the equation. It's like, this is what somebody will pay, and this is what somebody will charge, and I can sell that and buy that and extrude, just take all that emotion out of the equation and get exactly what I want. So that was cute. And then I went right back out and finished the set again. So I'm still getting this. I'm still going to get the award.
Yeah, no, that's, I like I said, I really wish I had pulled an orange. I dumped a bunch of credits on it. I only pulled white and blue. Oh, well.
Yeah, no, I did complete it, and you finished it off as well.
Yeah, I finished it pretty quick.
You should have sold it on eBay and bought a Reflections.
I finished it,
like
and
me.
I pulled the orange pretty easily, and then saw everybody bitching about it, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna show my orange, just backing away.
That was for the YouTube folks. I backed completely out of frame, and it was not easy. It's skipping leg day. Yeah. So that was fun. People were really pissed off about that set. Super pissed off. But it's a cool looking. And then of course, you know, you got the guys in the feed that couldn't get the orange, so of course they couldn't meld for the thing. So then all they wanted to do was talk shit about. And then the few times I had an orange where I was like, I'm going to try to trade an orange, I would get offers of my hoard in orange, like regular oranges. I'm like, no, wait a minute. No. In a month, that's a good deal. When those are just popping out of packs and claim packs and shit like that, that's a great deal. But there was people that just could not accept that this wasn't just a base card anymore, that there was more to this now because of the limited time for the meld and the fact that you could only get them in this pack and yada, yada, yada factors. So it was a direct result of Topps' giving everything away for so long. Everything has been, everybody gets everything for so long that the first time they couldn't get something, they all just lost their fucking minds. I saw people literally like, I'm quitting over this. And it's like, you weren't cut out for this fucking game. You were never going to be able to make it. As soon as you moved beyond these dumb garbage sets that are here today and gone tomorrow, you're fucked. You're never going to have the level of effort required to do anything good in this app. So bye. Honestly, I don't have any patience for that shit like that. I couldn't pull the orange, so I guess it's over, guys. I had a good run. It's been a good 2 months.
All right, breaking news. The concept is the Jedi Council chambers.
Oh,
in
that's
the
nice.
Clone Wars. Yeah, it looks very nice.
Are there any Jedi Council members in there, or it's just the thing?
It's just empty. It's just empty.
Empty room.
Oh, cool. And because it's all unlimited packs now, we don't have to scramble for it.
I know. We don't even have to fuck around, even waste any time on it at 10 a.m. because who cares? Yeah. I like what they did with the 50K. Just get one. Everybody just gets one for 50K.
And shut up.
Shut up. That's a great way. I really hated the limited pack thing. Even though we were usually Johnny on the spot. We did it live 1,000,000 times. And but it was frustrating. It was a little bit too much tension in my life.
Yeah, no, I really like that. You know, just dump 50K, you get your card, move on.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. So, and if you know, and then you can boom, and then you get right out there and get your Gilded Galaxy, and send your cards over to your alt and get another Gilded Galaxy. And hey, if you got another alt or a friend or a neighbor, somebody down the street that you know, it's got an iPad, send it to them. Yeah, get another Gilded Galaxy. Yeah. So, until there's 35,000 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's fun.
So moving on.
Mm-hmm. So they had a issue with 54321. Wow, there's a flashback. That's like what, 2-3 weeks ago now.
I don't know. It
Seems like
6
forever.
months ago.
Everything seems like 6 months ago now. But they had an issue where they had accidentally put in packs and A New Hope Han Solo, classic tall, slim Han Solo. And then they went, oh, that's wrong. It's actually supposed to be Solo from, the movie Solo, A Star Wars Adventure. So they changed it, and people were pissed, really pissed, because I would be too if I had pulled, Kick-Ass Han Solo, and I guess people didn't realize that base card hadn't been out yet. They just
It's the
fucked up.
award.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the base award, and it's in a couple of the variant
All right,
sets.
I get it. Okay, I see now. So they basically gave everybody who had that card as of 3:00 on was it Thursday? I want to say Thursday. If you had it at 3:00 on Thursday, they gave you the Han Solo. So quite a few people got a twofer off that deal. Sadly, one of them was the fake Han Solo, but that one's out there and around. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I feel really bad for the people who traded for like the original Han. And
yes, or got that shit Han, or got it changed.
And then,
motherfucker, I got to dump this goddamn thing as quick as possible.
Well, then Topps changed it without telling anyone. At first they had taken the regular Han, and they just changed the image to the Solo Han.
Right.
And everyone's like, "What the fuck?" I wanted the Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and I traded for the Harrison.
Yeah, and I traded for Harrison Ford.
Have just left him there because the card exists.
Right.
So then they doubled back, and now they're issuing the twofer.
So moving on to the ongoing sets.
Solo
Illustrated Series 3.
2, Wave 1 finished, and guess what? Wave 2! Woo!
Started right up again.
Yes!
Only one more wave after this.
Is it?
Is it really, though?
People seem to really hate those bonus droids. I've been getting a lot of people throwing those at me for all kinds of shit. I've got a bunch of them I need to send over to Biggs. I need to send them over.
Send them to Biggs.
It's his birthday. I'll get him right over there. It's like a day late. I'll say happy belated birthday because I don't live in the future. Sorry.
It's June 27th here, so I think you're still good.
Okay, good. I'll have to post-date my trade. Actually, it does that in the comments. It tells your date when you said it. You used to get a time. You used to get a minutes, and now it just gives you a date. Just like in the feed and in the different transmissions, they don't show it. 2 minutes ago you said that. 4 minutes ago, it just tells you a date. This day in history and Star Wars trade out.
Yeah, didn't know that.
I'll send some of those over. Yeah, it's one of the things that changed in one of the recent updates. So then comic covers came out. And
Wave 3.
Was that Wave 3, and when did that hit? Was that Saturday?
Is it Saturday? I think it was Sunday.
Might have been Sunday. And we both got it. I got a gilded, and Crystal got a gilded. I got
there you go.
Bronze Darth Vader's ass.
Darth Vader's ass.
The one where he's floating naked and all of his
ass.
shit is floating around him, and he's in front of a sun and his ass is hanging out. And I was like, Vader ass! I got Vader ass! And Crystal's like, I got Gold Lando. Gold Lando. And I only did one. I did one and got that. And then, of course, I had to go get 2 more to try to get lucky again. And
didn't.
Fuck myself out there.
Yep.
But I got a great trade. Somebody sent me a trade. Who was that? Was it Depress? I think it was Depress. Sent me a trade. He had a Phasma comic, and then he sent Reflections. He sent that fucking Boba Fett Flections plus a Dark Lord of the Sith Del Rey kicker. So fucking mad kickers on that one. I was like, yes, thank you, and accepted the fuck out of that. So that was cool. Yep. And you still have that Lando.
Yeah. Nothing I really want, so it's hard to get it saved.
You should look and see what J-Del-F has. J-Del-F, he's the big Lando guy.
It's unlocked. If anybody wants it, they can come.
No, I'm just super casual. I'll just be over here.
Here we
So that was cool. We had good luck with that, and I think I saw a lot of people in our Discord had a lot of luck with Gildeds as well. So that was cool. It's always excited when they're not overdoing Gilded, so it's kind of nice when they do come out. and there's a lot of action and activity and trading, and everybody, oh, I got to get those Vader ones, and oh, fuck, I got that Poe Dameron one.
No, they're doing a really great job of balancing sets with gilded versus sets without.
Yep.
Although, the next set that we're going to talk about, Homeworlds, that doesn't really need gilded.
It didn't, but those are with the gilded, they do move around, and there's some that are just like, I see some of the gilded just like, don't fucking try to send me that. Click Clack has a gilded. Like, who the fuck is Click Clack? And how did I not know that there was a character named Click Clack? And wow, it's like,
yeah. So they did Homeworld Spotlight Wave 2. I pulled 2 gilded. So
did you get Click Clack?
No.
What about Tic Tac?
No, I got the gold one with the Guerreras on it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got the.
Oh, nice.
And then I got a bronze with just Saw Gerrera on it, I think. So.
Well, if you choke me enough, I can talk like him. Lies. Deceptions.
Yep, I traded a Greedo Reflections for the Greedo Bronze. I can't speak English. And flipped that over to Dan Anderson. Got some black TKs, so I'm happy.
That was very nice of you. You're a very nice person to do that. Dan Anderson, he needs all the help he can get. And we love that guy, and we want to help him as much as we can because he's cool. So the Homeland Spotlight.
Wave 2.
And then for a brief shining 20 minutes, Jabba's Palace 2 came out. It was funny because I was kind of crystal poor, but I was like, whatever, I'll go ahead and pull some of these because I like the first set. And I like the bonus cards on those too. So I pulled a bunch of them, and then I started doing dupes for needs, and I was finishing sets, and I did melds because I finished the silver and I finished the bronze like really fast, and I went and did the melds on those, and I started in on golds, and then all of a sudden everybody in the feed's like, hey, where are the packs? Where are the packs? Where'd the packs go? Where's those packs? And that was repeated for the next 40 fucking hours. Because they pulled the packs. Apparently they weren't supposed to come out then. They came out right at the same time as Fan Choice on Thursday, and they were not supposed to be coming out. So they pulled the packs. They canceled the workshops on those. I have a 2-count silver bib Fortuna because I melded one of the first ones. And then I actually had pulled the Bausch bonus, the first one. I pulled number 1 on that. I actually screen capped. I have one. There are one. And there was only about 24, I think, of those pulled before they shut that down. So I have enough to finish my gold set, but everybody's stopped doing dupes for needs right then. I think a lot of people are just kind of like, oh, I'm trading these away because they're super rare until they release them again, whenever that's supposed to be. Which is kind of an asshole move. And a couple people are like, oh, you need to go to midi-chlorians with that 2 thing. And I was like, he'd never talk to me again. He knows that shit's going to come back out again. That's not nice.
That's why I said take it to somebody who wants something from MIDI.
Oh, okay. Fuck the fuckers.
There you go.
That's never wrong. So anyways, yeah. So I didn't get a chance to meld the gold. I would have done that. And that would probably be a 1 count. I didn't have a chance to finish that before they stopped the workbench on that. But it'll come back and it'll be around. And then I actually managed to I traded one guy for one of the bonuses, the R2. And then I traded, and he was very realistic. He knows what the counts are going to be on those. And I sent him a nice low count of one of his hordes. He liked tally. And I had like a 200 count tally that women of Star Wars I don't care about. So I traded that happily for that. And then I was able to cross trade a guy on, there was a guy on Bunt that was like trying to get absolutely ridiculous shit for his, it's 19 count bonus card. And it's like, dude, they're not going to stay. That's going to be 1,000 thing. Everybody was calling bullshit on him. So finally he gave up and took my trade. So he sullenly stomped off with his winnings, and he got a couple of in the name things off me for it. So I didn't care. So I'm in position now to finish my gold, do my meld, and I think I still need to pull more because I'm gonna have to rebuild my gold after I meld for the award card. So we'll see how that goes and when that's going to come back. I have no idea when it was actually supposed to happen, to tell you the truth. And I assume they're probably going to have either feed the Rancor or feed the Sarlacc maybe this time. So we'll see what happens there. So, and then for new stuff,
Women of Star Wars. Powerful
Waswa.
Pairs. Women of Star Wars.
Waswa.
Women of Star Wars. Powerful Pairs. Wave 1.
Those are nice looking cards.
Yep.
Nice looking cards. And I was able to pull I actually I was able to buy a couple of greens off eBay and then meld. And my kid is so lucky. God damn, she's lucky. Every time I get her to push claim on a meld, boom, Ray. Every goddamn time. She's so good. Love you, sweetie. And your little magic finger. Lucky for daddy. So that's great. Got weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was Father's Day, I guess, last week. So she was doing that, helping me with that. And then the Mandalorian tilt static. Everyone's like, is it tilt or is it static? Because they have to be smart asses. They're tilt cards. They're pretty cool. And then there was a meld on those, which once again, this time I thought you were getting some kind of special card because it showed you get a card and you get an avatar. But what you get is if you melded 4 of those, you got one of your cards back and the avatar. I was like, God damn it.
What the shit?
Fucking went way too deep on something to get a fucking avatar that I don't even want. Now, Matt Jacobus is stoked because there was a bike scooter avatar. So he got that.
I'd say I know he's been wanting one of those for a long time.
Well, he got one. All I had to do was get a bunch of sets and mulch three of those cards. So he did that, and so that was cool. And I guess there'll probably be another wave of those. I think it feels like they said wave 1 on that as well.
Did they?
I feel like they did. I think there was only 6 cards and they were numbered up to 10. So it feels like there's going to be more of those, or maybe there might have been numbered up to 11 even. It's crazy. So they're nice looking cards, and it's a cool effect with the tilt. Mm-hmm. Not as nice as that Spectrum thing on the Disney's, but still pretty cool. So I guess now we can move into what you're watching.
Tell me what you're watching on your TV tonight. Tell me what you're streaming on your iPad. Tell me what you're watching every day and at night. I'll be outside watching from the bushes.
So, John, what you watching?
Haven't really been watching all that much in the way of new TV. I've been watching MASH on Hulu, just this kind of background noise. I have been playing quite a bit of Skyrim. I have been going through Fallout New Vegas again.
That's a great game.
It's one of my favorite games ever, and I could just spend hours on it. Other than that, nothing really all that interesting. I'm excited.
One of my favorite things in New Vegas is to go, the part where the president comes and makes the speech on that big porch.
Oh, yeah.
And there's all the guards and there's all the people watching and there's every faction, all these factions around, soldiers everywhere. And I save right before he comes to the podium. And then I drop a fucking mini nuke on his ass. And it blows everybody in like 50 directions. And everybody comes shooting at me and they're shooting at everybody else. And it's just absolute carnage. And then they will invariably kill me. And then I will go back to my load and do it again. There was
Oh, that's great.
in Fallout 3, there was one where there was like a wedding on that aircraft carrier. If you did enough stuff, there was these two people on the aircraft carrier that if you oh, I talked to this guy, and I talked to this girl, and you're kind of helping them in their romance, pushing them together. And if you do it the right way, if you do all the right choices, they'll get married, and everybody on the entire ship is invited to the wedding. And then as soon as they get to the altar, like right before they walk in, I say, and guess what I do? I shoot a mini nuke at them and blow everybody up. And that one's got a bunch of NPCs that you can't kill. There's a bunch of them that do get killed, but then there's a bunch of them that are like, because of story needs, you can't kill them.
Plot armor.
Yeah, no, they can't be killed. But yeah, they get plot armor, exactly. And so you can't kill them. So they just keep getting up like zombies. And that's fun. So that's one of the fun things I do. So go on. I'm sorry to interrupt.
And then they also announced The Boys season 2 is coming back in September.
Oh, nice.
So they're going to start, I think they're releasing like 3 episodes on the launch day, and then they're going to release the rest of it weekly.
I really liked that season, that series. That was really fun.
No, that was really solid. I really enjoyed that one.
My mom loves Keith Urban for whatever reason. I don't know why. My mom's strange, but she likes Keith Urban.
The country singer?
No, Carl Urban. I'm sorry. Carl Urban. That's the guy. He was in Lord of the Rings too, right?
Yep, he was Aemir.
Aemir, yeah, the glowering Aemir. She really likes him, and he was in that show. And we were at swimming one time. She's like, "Oh, there's a new show with Carl Urban coming on. I really want to watch it." And I was like, "I don't think you want to watch it because I read the comic books." And I'm like, "That's pretty rough shit. I don't think you're gonna like that." And she did end up watching some of it, but she didn't like it. It was not for her. I think they pretty much lost her when they killed the Invisible Man by putting explosives up his ass. Spoiler warning. There was a guy that was invisible, but he was also invulnerable. And so they were doing everything to try to kill this guy. They had him captured.
Okay.
And they're trying to kill him.
have no interest in.
Oh, you should watch it. It's a great
No.
show. Yeah. So they figured out they could put an explosive up his ass and blow him up. So they did. Yeah. Killed him.
Okay. Nah.
He was so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool show, and I'm looking forward to more of that. And so what am I watching? Well, for fun, I watched Crazy Rich Asians the other night because I saw that it popped up on, I don't know, I think it was HBO Max or whatever. And that was fun. I wanted to eat all the food in that movie. Every place they went, there was some kind of amazing looking food, and I wanted to eat all the food in that movie. It looked really fun. And then but it was really nice. It was a really nice little movie. I really enjoyed it. It was good time. So I highly recommend that. Everybody's just so incredibly stylish, and there's some really snotty people and some really nice people, and it's all really good, really fun movie. And then me and my kid actually yesterday started watching a series of lectures. This is fun stuff and super timely. I think it's on Amazon, and it's a series of lectures. It's a 24 lecture series on the Black Plague. And it's by this historian, and it's all about first, about the society at the time and what was going on at the time, the entire social structure of Europe at that time, and then what happened with the plague, and then what happens after to the society, and what it does to the society, and what it does to their social structure and stuff like that. Really interesting stuff. They're like half-hour little segments, and it's very dry. It's literally a lecture. She walks around a stage and goes from this camera to this camera to this camera. Very few visual aids. Every once in a while, a little map will pop up to give you a visual on something, or, oh, here's a picture of a rat, or here's a picture of a flea, or, a picture of the bacillus, and all these various things. But it's really interesting. We're only about 3 episodes into it. But
How many episodes are there?
24.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Stay tuned to see if he actually gets through all 24.
Well, we made it through like 3 episodes in really short order.
Oh, we also have.
Hey, well, I mean, aren't they filming the coronavirus edition of that series now?
Well, it was interesting. That's what was really interesting about it is how many parallels there are. And, we think of medieval life as being so different, but people aren't different. People are still very much the same type of animals and have the same kind of ideas in society and things like that as we do today. It's really interesting to see the parallels. And that's why I'm interested in watching it, is to see, I don't know, maybe a sneak preview. What does this all add up to if I'm not one of the mass grave people in the churchyard like they had? So we'll see. So that's what I'm watching. And I watched a really cool thing about the People versus John Lennon. I watched a bunch of Beatles stuff this week, and there was a really interesting documentary called The People versus John Lennon. And it was about how John Lennon kind of moved from being this mop top, pop star into this counterculture figure. And then the battles he had with the Nixon administration and J. Edgar Hoover. Mm-hmm. And that fucking asshole, and all that they did to harass and try to get him out of the country and stuff like that. Really interesting stuff, because he was, they were trying to deport him for years. And he just fought being deported and stuff. And there's a lot of parallels there as well for folks that are paying attention to what's going on in today's news. So that was interesting. So that was it.
Yeah, I have to watch that one. I really like the Beatles.
Yeah, me too. And there's another one that was more about the Beatles and their kind of, rise and to their end that I watched. And I can't remember the name of that one, because it was like, people who enjoyed this also enjoy that. And I'm like, I enjoyed that. I will watch that. So, but the People versus John Lennon's really very interesting show. You should check that out.
I will.
All right. Buckle up. What are you watching, sweetheart?
I mainly just finished watching Narcos. It was like
Narcos.
There were 3 seasons, so I watched all 3 seasons. I just finished it last night. So, me gusta, Pedro Pascal.
Yes,
me gusta.
Well, John was asking I was asking a question earlier.
Ready.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was like, I was like, hey, you ready? And he answered something in Spanish, and I was like, Droid, I don't speak that. Droid, please. I don't speak that.
Yeah, I downloaded some little app thing. I'll try and brush up on my Spanish again. So, because I, took it in high school, but it was high school.
It was only a few years ago. You're so young.
Yeah. Something to do.
Something to do. There you go.
I haven't taken it since high school. I just brushed up a little bit during quarantine as something to do.
Exactly. Yep.
I'm not going to do that. I probably should work on my German. Should get back into learning more German.
I don't know if you want to hear what she says sometimes.
Oh, I can tell by the tone of voice. Believe me. We've been having air conditioning issues, and I talked to our air conditioning guy last night, and I was like, hey, this is Greg, and blah, 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 with our air conditioner. And he's like, what's your address again? I was like, give him the address. And he goes, that sounds familiar. I was like, yeah, I'm Anna's son-in-law. We live right next door to Anna Porter. Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't feel like I was being verbally abused. So I didn't recognize, like, it's the accent. She's actually really nice. Just the accent's a little hard. Because, everything she says sounds like she's pissed off at you. It's because of that German accent. So it's a complicated profession. Fixing air conditioning. It's a complicated profession. Yeah. So
yeah, pretty much I just watched Narcos, and so now I know everything about the drugs and the narcos.
Cool.
And the drug lords and the whatnot, which it's weird that that was going on in the 80s and the 90s, and I don't remember much of that stuff. So
I do. I mean, I remember all the drug wars.
I mean, I remember, Reagan and Nancy and the whole just say no and all that, because, that was a big deal in school and everything, just say no.
It totally worked too.
And, but it was good. It was a good series. Pedro, man, it's great. Great.
Good drug lord.
No, he's not a drug lord.
No? He's a good guy?
He's a good guy. He's a DEA agent.
That's nice.
In you're thinking of Diego Luna in Narcos Mexico
I'm
because
not thinking of either of them because I've never watched it. I don't know
because
what
he is a drug lord.
Okay.
Cassian is a drug lord.
Okay. So he probably. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to climb.
Many people himself. He has people to do that for.
So guys say, my arm. And he's, oh, that's too bad. Help him with his arm.
I can't climb over there.
He can't climb. Help him with his arm.
Yeah.
I'll be over here watching.
Yep. But Dark, the third and final season, just released on Netflix this morning. So I'm going to watch that. And then the kid and I are very excited that Hamilton is going to be on Disney Plus on the 3rd.
Yes. Just in time for July 4th.
So we are very excited about that.
Well, I'm excited to watch it too because
There's
everybody,
so much singing.
nobody won't shut up about that fucking movie.
We're wondering how long
that-
you'll actually last.
Probably, yeah. I'll start acting.
Whatever you've got, I'm taking the under.
Okay. I'm going to go to the kitchen, get a sandwich.
It's not that singing. It's
I'm
like,
going to
it's
go to the
cool
kitchen and get
singing.
a sandwich. Because they have to tell every single thing that they do. I'm going to put some lettuce and some bacon. That's the dance that goes with
Which I just realized that this whole point of this video version of the podcast
so I can be silly
is so you can watch yourself
Yeah.
on the screen
and act like an idiot. Just like it's literally like me standing in front of the mirror and making faces. It's really fun.
pretty much.
Fun,
Pretty much.
yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
I'm going to the kitchen and get some bacon. I get a lot of fun out
Yeah.
of it.
So we're very excited about Hamilton. And and it's like she
I'm really
started.
excited about that sandwich.
Yeah, I guess so. But she realized that like she had heard a lot of the songs and parts of the songs in a lot of
Where?
the YouTube videos
Oh, okay.
that she watches and all the
That and probably the games that she plays in what is that, Roblox?
yeah.
People use music and stuff in
Yeah.
those Roblox games. They can put music clips and inflict music on people because apparently there was a time where everybody was dropping Baby Shark on everybody against their will.
But yeah, so looking forward to that.
Cool.
So it's more of like, what am I watching in the future?
Oh, the future edition.
Future edition.
All right. Well, I guess we're down to final thoughts. Anybody, you got any final thoughts for us this week,
I
John?
even wrote, let's remember to have some.
And then you didn't
And I
remember to have any?
Didn't remember
Yeah.
to have it.
Final thought. What? I don't got it. I don't know. I don't have anything.
On the spot. Well, clearly he didn't read the part where it says final thoughts. Let's remember to have some this week. I read it, but I didn't.
Oh, I read it. I just completely forgot.
Honestly, I have nothing. I have nothing in the way of final thoughts. At this point, I'm scared to have final thoughts because I'm afraid that they'll actually be my final thoughts. That's a nice light note to end on, right?
Wow.
Oof. That Black Plague show really got to me. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, you only watched how many episodes?
3 episodes. They haven't even really got going with this plague thing either. She's just still laying track. Okay, this is that, and this is
You
this.
think
and
it's
okay.
going to be pleasant?
Huh? No, I think it's going to be horrible. It's
Yeah.
already just in the big overarching few things she's touched on. It's rough sledding.
Oh, you know what? I do have a final thought.
Go.
I am very excited. Thank you to the ESPN notification that just came across my screen,
Ah!
giving me said thought. But I am excited for baseball to be back. I am excited for the Orioles not to lose 100 games this year. And I'm just glad to have some sports back.
So they can't lose 100 games because they only have 60?
Yep. Don't worry. I think
Well
they're
done.
still going to lose 50.
That's still so many games.
Mm-hmm.
Still so many.
Yep.
They play a lot of games.
That, and I'm really sick of watching soccer.
Ugh.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, I got to get that blue set of those the after party cards moved over from my alt. I did those on my alt because I had more coins, And so I did those, the blue set of those on my alt, and I keep getting people trying to give me those for good stuff. And I just I need to self-defensively get the rest of those over with. So
Speaking of that,
Huh?
how long do we have to meld those after party cards?
I think they're already gone. I think they're already gone.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oops. Completely forgot to do that. Oh, well.
I didn't even bother with it. I had them all. Plus, who cares? The counts on those things are like quadrillion.
I would have at least liked the concept of screen ones.
Yeah, those are nice.
Now I'm going to have some asshole offer them to me as needs.
I'm getting them.
Damn it.
The blue ones offered to me right now for stuff. I'm just kind of like, no, I don't need those. They're just on my alt, so I got to move them over. Maybe that'll void it out. I don't have to decline. That'd be nice. But
I'm sick of doing sets just so they don't show up as needs in my
right,
collection.
yeah, the self-defense, the literally the douche shield. I'm tired of it. So, anyways, that's all the time we have this week, folks. If you would like to find us, we are on Twitter. We are Hoardcast at Hoardcast on Twitter. We've got a Gmail account, which is hoardcast@gmail.com. You can phone in at 904-628-1138. You can find us. You'll see us all the time on Reddit. You'll see us all the time in the app. That's Padme1138. I'm Tedsallis, and that's ObdaOG. I love saying that. That's why I like to have John on, just so I can say ObdaOG. It makes me seem cooler, right? A lot cooler. It's working.
It's what all the kids are saying these days, Greg.
They do. They say, Greg's so cool when he says ObdaOG. So thanks again for listening, folks, and we will see you next week. Arrivederci.
Michu!
Michu!
We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are.
Watching.